Hello everyone, welcome back to Plato's contributions to literary criticism. Today we are going to study the observations on style. By style, here we mean the style of writing. We have already seen that Plato lived in an era of oratory, that is, art of speech. So, Plato had made observations about the good speech. These observations can be equally applied to good writing style as well. The principles of good speech is discussed in his book Phaedo. According to Plato, the following are the essentials of good speech. 1. Thorough knowledge of the subject one is going to speak or write. So it is evident thorough knowledge should be acquired by the person, the speaker. It is applicable to writing as well. Then he should know the art of speech or art of writing. This is in fact a natural gift. The rules of speech should be known. However, it can be developed by constant practicing. 3. One should follow the natural sequence. The beginning, middle, and the end should be there. That is, things to be said first should be said first. Things to be said in the middle to be said in the middle. And things to be said last should be said last. The fourth quality, the speaker should know human psychology in order to get into the mind of the listeners or readers. So, as I had told you before, these four principles can be equally applied to writing style as well. So, it can be considered as Plato's contribution to literary criticism. Now, we are going to evaluate Plato's the value of Plato's criticism. Uh, why Plato's literary criticism is important? Plato's criticism is valuable because of the following reasons. One is that Plato observed the nature of poetry. That is, poetry says not the truth, but what appears as truth to the poet. So that is the reason why Plato said that poetry is not to be trusted. Poetry reflects not truth, but what appears to be truth as far as the poet is concerned. Then the next one, observation about the function of poetry. He identifies that poetry delights us, meanwhile, philosophy instructs. Though he is criticizing, though he is standing by the side of philosophy, these are the points identified by Plato. Poetry delights us, while philosophy instructs us. Then, observation about method of poetry, that is, the emotional appeal of poetry, method of poetry. Then, source of tragic and comic pleasure in drama. This can be considered as contribution to dramatic criticism. Then it was Plato who first observed that all art is imitation or mimesis. Art, all artists are imitators. Art imitates objects of life or nature, whether it is painting or whether it is literature. Then he divided poetry into three. One, dithyrambic poetry. Dithyrambic poetry means our normal poetry, lyrical poetry, consisting of lines, several lines, metaphor, simile, rhymes, and all those comes under the category of dithyrambic poetry, lyrical poetry. While mimetic poetry, poetry, mimetic poetry is imitative poetry like drama. See, during those times, drama was also considered as poetry. You might have noticed that in olden poetry, olden drama, the whole dialogues are written in the form of poetry. So mimetic poetry means drama. Then there is another kind called mixed kind. Mixed kind includes epic. According to Plato, there are two kinds of art. This is an important question. Two kinds of art. One is fine arts. Fine arts uh, means literature, painting, sculpture, music, etc., which are meant for pleasure. Then useful arts means medicine, agriculture, cookery, etc., which are related to nature. So these are the two uh, portions that we have gone through today. That is one Plato's observations on style and Plato's the value of Plato's criticism. So by this we are coming to an end of Plato's contributions to literary criticism. Thank you.